Okay, the food prep videos seem to do the best, so I figured I posted a real short one the last time, just a real quick one thrown together, so I figured I'd go in detail exactly what I do to prepare my meals for the week. I've got everything out, everything I got at Costco, but this stuff you can get the chicken breast, the veggies, obviously anywhere. Spices, if you don't have some place that sells like the big ones like this, you can order them online. It's another good one. Basically, I'm going to do brown rice, and I'm probably going to do double that, do one at a time in the rice cooker. Brown rice, chicken breast, and then broccoli with bell peppers. And basically what I'm going to do is go through, thaw the chicken breast. I put any of the seasonings on. And the seasonings I've got here, for the brown rice I usually do better than bouillon. You can do any type of chicken base. You can do water if you want to, but if you want it to taste better and the stuff that because a lot of people don't like brown rice, so one of the things I've found to make it taste better is chicken broth, which you can pick up low sodium versions. You can pick them up in the bigger ones, kind of like these boxes, kind of like this. You can get the chicken broth and stuff like that. A little bit more expensive, but it is good, and just use that. You can do full chicken stock or just half water, half chicken. Add 2-3 tablespoons of this stuff. Very good. It's a low sodium, better than bouillon chicken base. I throw that in there. Salt and pepper, and then I'll usually throw garlic and jalapenos in there because I like it a little spicier. And then the chicken, I'll usually do anything. I've got Montreal steak, pulled pork, barbecue. This is a new one. I haven't tried this one yet, but it's bruschetta, sweet basil, and oregano, sweet mesquite seasoning, sriracha. That one's very good. Smokehouse maple, sweet ginger garlic, and then sometimes I'll even do the chicken in Frank's Red Hot. So you get the buffalo chicken. Crushed red pepper for the vegetables, and then along with those, I'll usually do I usually do Montreal steak, a little bit of jalapenos, dice all those up, and then once the vegetables get down to like the last 2 minutes on the stovetop, I'll throw in garlic because I don't want to get in there and burn, and then put it all together. So I figured I'd just set the camera up and see exactly how I do it. So let's get going. The chicken breasts, if they're not thawed out, I'll usually throw them in. And the nice thing about the ones at Costco, they come individually bagged, so you can throw them in just a thing of water, let them thaw out a little bit. I've heard people say that's not the best way to do it, but I've been doing it for a couple years. I'm still alive, so it seems to be working out all right. Not sure exactly how much is in here. It differs from bag to bag. 6.5 pounds in each one. I'm thinking we can probably get 16 to 20 individual meals out of this. Once we get down, we'll see what we get. Get the rice going. And then for the rice, I usually don't do exact measurements. I'll go through just salt, add the pepper. Depending on how spicy you like it, that's probably a few too many jalapenos. I want the flavor, but not burn. I used to get real precise, like with the hot peppers. At this point, for doing this kind of thing, it's all about efficiency and getting it done, so I usually don't pay too close attention to anything like that anymore. And then garlic, depending on what you like. I usually throw about 2 tablespoons in there. And with the Montreal steak, it gets a little salty sometimes, so a little bit goes a long ways. Turn it on the dishwasher. Mix that up real nice. Now that's going. That'll take about 20-25 minutes. I guess I wanted to time this too. So it's starting about 1:15, 1:18 obviously right now. Started a couple minutes ago, so we'll count it from now to see how long all this takes. The main reason I do this once a week or once every 2 weeks is I'm usually so busy through the week. It's kind of nice just to get everything done in one day, couple hours, and that way when I walk out of the door in the morning for work, I don't have to think about anything, what I'm going to eat for the day. I go into the pantry, I get oatmeal, I go into the fridge, I get 2-3 meals depending on what I'm doing, yogurt, and I walk out the door, I'm done. So we'll get the veggies going too. Forgot the chicken stuff. Okay, the chicken base, it comes out a little bit more solid. It's a good idea. I forgot to do it this morning. Usually put like a half cup of water, and then put this in the microwave, 2-3 tablespoons in that, and then let it kind of dilute out. And with the broccoli and the bell peppers, like I said, at the beginning I used to take my time and actually cut it up real nice. But now, since I do so much at a time, I'm not spending another hour, 2 hours making everything look pretty. And then you'll notice in this setup right here, there's not a whole lot of variety. I guess brown rice, veggies, and chicken. Where I'm going to get some of the variety is I'm going to do the chicken in probably 3 or 4 different spices. That's probably the biggest question I get when doing something like this, preparing my meals, is how can you stand to eat the same thing every day? And to that I say it's easy. I eat the things I like. Once you find something that you like, and a couple different ways to prepare it, it's easy. Most people, if you look at your diet or your meal plan through the week, most people are probably eating the same 4, 5, 6 things throughout the week anyways. And I've noticed most of the people that ask me that are friends and coworkers who go to Taco Bell and McDonald's 3-4 times a week. So they may not realize that they're doing the exact same thing. They're just doing it with different things. I usually leave the chicken bags here because, for one, as soon as they thaw out, I'm going to cut them open and put the extra bags in here. But cutting up the bell peppers, it's nice to have a bag here to throw all the tops in. Try this thing. Try to make it as efficient as possible, as quick as possible. Every once in a while. I've got a slap chop also. It doesn't hold a whole lot though, so it kind of this thing's not too bad. Picked this up at like the grocery outlet for like $10. Does a decent job. I'm gonna have to do the vegetables twice. It's pretty full. Drain the water in the chicken and then add some more warm water so it thaws out a bit more. Now, I've got the oven turned to 365 right now, and I usually throw the chicken in at 365 for about 35 minutes or so. Let it go for about 16, 17 minutes, flip it, and then put it back in for the rest of the time. My camera cut out. I don't know where it cut out, so we'll find that out later. Chicken's halfway done, so we're gonna flip it. And the rice is done now too, so we'll portion that out. All right, put the chicken back in. As soon as that's done, we'll be able to cut it up and then put it into the dishes. While that camera was switched, the vegetables were done, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the other ones. These cut down to the consistency I like, and then threw garlic in, let it cook for maybe another minute, and then I took them off and threw them in this, and they're still steaming. All right, the chicken's done. Usually cut into it just to make sure it's where it should be. Actually, I think another 5 minutes on the chicken. All right, the chicken's done, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it out.
There's a bruiser down.
All right, I'm gonna finish up the video as soon as the other camera is done charging. The thing it missed earlier was the seasoning of the chicken, so I'll go ahead and do that again. I usually go through, put everything in there. I cook the chicken twice. This one over here is already done. That's the one I missed earlier, so I'm gonna go through and redo this one. Cooked 2 bags this time, so I had to do it in two separate cook times. And usually what I do, I mentioned earlier I was gonna do one with just the Frank's Red Hot. This one is incredibly easy. This one you just kinda dump it on. And then I'll coat it at the end also. I'm just gonna use the rest of this. So that one's done. I think I mentioned earlier that I cooked the chicken for, I'm gonna do the mesquite barbecue on this one. Sweet mesquite seasoning. This one is very good on the chicken. You get it at Costco. You can probably get it online also. Throw the chicken in 365 for about 35 minutes. Pull it out at halfway through, flip it. A lot of the chicken, there's so much in there that it touches on the side, so I like to flip it just to get a even cook. And then also to make sure some of the edges are touching, make sure those get exposed so they actually cook along with the rest of it. And then with this one, I always throw a lot of seasoning on. A lot of people don't like doing diets because things don't taste well. Things like seasonings, adding different varieties in the vegetables, that'll really flavor things up. So I usually just go through and coat it really well. The second rice just got done, so pull that out and we'll start measuring that out. Hopefully that other camera is done charging and I can finish up on the better camera. That's it right there. Go through. I'm gonna go ahead, put these both back in the oven. That second round of vegetables is almost done too, so I'm gonna go ahead, clean up a little bit, and then go ahead and place everything to start measuring it out into the containers. Okay, I just took the last of the chicken out. I've already got some of them. The first half did 9 meals. This one will go a little bit further because I'm doing some meals for my wife, and she doesn't like as much rice or as much chicken as I do. I already started going through doing some of these. Brown rice, chicken, veggies, and I do 100 grams or around 100 grams of rice, which is about 100 calories, maybe just a little bit over. 25 carbs. The chicken, I do 1.5 servings, which is 165 calories and 38 grams of protein. And then the veggies are anywhere from 30 to 50 calories per dish. So my entire dish is right around 300 calories. And I'll do, depending on if I'm cutting, bulking, maintaining, I'll adjust those a little bit. If I'm cutting, I'll take the chicken down to 1 serving instead. And then I'll take the rice down to 75 calories instead of 100 calories. So that's it. I just go through. I already weighed this one a little bit, so I just had to add a little bit more. And I've got a food scale here, and I weigh mine just because I'm trying to, like I said earlier, lifting and trying to gain muscle. I try to keep it as exact as possible. I want to know my carb and protein count going one, I'm going to go ahead and add the Frank's Red Hot on this. Get a buffalo chicken style. That's not going to work. And I cooked this chicken in the Frank's Red Hot, but it's always good. I like to toss it in it when it's done too. And when I do these meals, adding everything up, the chicken was 17, the veggies were 10 and 6, 7, the rice like $1, and as many meals as I get out of these, they'll range anywhere from about $2 to $3 a piece. So $2-3 per meal, depending on what you put in it, is not bad at all. So 19. So 19. This one ended up a little light, about 90 grams. So 19 dishes. And then my wife wanted some with just the chicken, so I'm only putting one serving of chicken in here. So it's about 112 grams. And she likes to add her own stuff to them, so I don't do any rice or veggies around them. Alright, so now I'll go through and add the vegetables on each of these. And again, on these, the veggies I don't weigh because it's going to be give or take 5 to 10 calories. And it's all good calories, so I never weigh them.
Say hi, kitty.
Okay, the end of the video kind of cut off right there. There really wasn't much left. I portioned out all the meals, put them in the containers, and then threw them in the freezer. And I'll pull them out every single morning, put them in the microwave for 2, 3, 4 minutes, depending on how frozen they are. And they turn out perfect. I eat those almost every single day, or actually every single day, sometimes for lunch, sometimes for dinner. So that's pretty much it. If you got any questions, just let me know. And let me know if I missed anything. I think I covered everything, but if something wasn't clear, just shoot me a message and I'll answer you back.